welcome back. WeArEuS and this. As always, this is Steelrising. Oh, right, we have to go this way. And there's violence to be done. I'm still really miffed about not knowing how to get over there. But hopefully, that's a problem that solves itself in the near future. I don't think so. Actually, we can get up there and deal with him first. I forgot what game I was playing. It's your turn, big boy. Right after... There we go. Nice. Oh. Hi. Really? Okay. The riders. At least I didn't accidentally heal myself with the burette. Why did I do that? We were only half health. We didn't need that. Yeah, we've definitely been here before. Hey, buddy. Coming to kill you. Gotcha. Heard the sniper winding up. I'm coming for you. Ooh, ooh. Why did... Well, at least it wasn't a heal. And you're out of there. So, remember, we've been here before and the gate was not open.
Monsieur de Robespierre's men, they perished in the line of duty.
AKA needlessly, because, you know, the machines could be killed. By normal means, at least. $11 capsules, that's nice. I'd like to get the capsule count back up to about 300 before I start using them again. Still really bothered by... I'm still really bothered by the fact that I cannot... Might need a switch to open this. That I cannot access... Surely I wasn't talking about the riders again. Anyway, at one point I was mad about something, and I don't remember what it is, so I no longer am. Let's go ahead and replace the thing I used. Can we open this? Neat. Actually, we should probably deal with Volkensam's place first, right? Granite cobblestone, that's for throwing to lure an enemy out of position. Ah. But first, lead anywhere. It's kind of interesting. Yep. And that's how we get over there. The real question is, can we come back? Actually, we can. That gate over there can be opened. Monsieur Necker. That's interesting. So we've got a lot of duders over here. We've got a chunky boy whose specialty is heat. That should mean he has the... No. Okay. So he doesn't have the saw. We have to kill one of these. I thought I saw a third. What the fricker hit me behind him? I could have sworn I saw 3 of them. No, it's just the 2. That'll open the gate, letting me access the Vestal again. Hey, bud. Ow. We have to scout up ahead before we actually expose ourselves. 2 duders. There doesn't appear to be a sniper anywhere. We should... There we go. Over here, bud. That's right. Come on down. Water's fine, I promise. How about you don't do that? Executed masterfully. Let's take a look around. Ah. Wow. That could have been a lot worse. I mean, we didn't get hit, but then we'd have had to focus this thing because I don't know what it does. Well, I know what it does. I just don't know to what degree. Beautiful. Now we donk. Right after we pick this up. Grade 3 fulmination resistance. I mean, it sounds good. It might even be good, but you could also just not get hit, and then the fulmination resistance isn't necessary. I like that one better. Where does this go? I don't recognize the area. It's a 50-50 whether we've actually been there or not. For now, it'll have to wait. Let's pull this guy. There we go. Donk. Come on, bud. Let's party. Really? Boink. Really? He thought he'd get away. Under normal circumstances, he would, too. Actually, we do have to go up here. But we can't even get in. So maybe this thing leads around? Unfortunately, the map is of no actual value to us as far as determining whether or not we've been somewhere is concerned. I also have to remember to keep looking up for right. I probably should have checked for things I could have grappled to before I jumped over here. Well, we're here now.
They're after us. You must carry on, I beg you.
I'll never make it. I'm out of breath.
Mon amour de Dieu. Suzanne, just a bit more. We're almost there.
Hold on. There's a guy right there. Ooh. He appears to be carrying a pillar. Anyone else down here? Well, no reason to put it off. There doesn't appear to be anyone else. Ah. Almost didn't see him. Can I get the rock to him in time? Yes, through there. Oh. It worked out in the end. Okay. I disagree wholeheartedly with that. I see someone else coming to party, not realizing this is a duet. Ouch. Yeah. What? And there, you saw it right now. She just dodged. I didn't press anything. I was scratching my head. And now we have to do that again. It's not a big deal, I'm just saying. It's annoying. So which way did we go? I think we went up the street, right? Let's go this way first. This is a side quest, so yeah, let's go this way. I have to remember that I cannot die, otherwise I lose 18,000 essence. So I'm going to be keeping these swords for now.
A hiding place in the Luxembourg Gardens. I should keep looking.
Dear Monsieur, last week I agreed to give you my assistance for the umpteenth time in finding Mademoiselle I have no idea how to pronounce that. Atheni? To do this, I had to send 3 of my men to the Luxembourg Gardens to search for her. I appreciate the importance of the work that you do for the kingdom, but you cannot use my services for your personal benefit with impunity and to the detriment of important police work. It is your responsibility, monsieur, to control your daughter and take the appropriate measures to stop her from running away. A young lady of her standard must not behave like a wild animal. I actually recognize this area. Okay. Really? No, I couldn't jump up here.
For l'amour de Dieu, run and hide!
What do you mean, Papa?
Hurry, I beg you! The Count is at our door. He shall take us away.
Good heavens!
Don't worry about me. Run, I say. Run!
Where could she have escaped to?
Right.
That hiding place in the Luxembourg Gardens. If I could find out where it was, I could track Athenius.
Right, so her name is pronounced Athenius, as you've heard multiple times by now. As soon as I heard it, I remembered that the symbol over the I is used to denote the fact that that letter is pronounced twice. Ah, well. Actually, this increases our balance by 15, but I'm not giving up my armor for that. Hold on, we also got a weapon. Right? something fire and ice? What? Yeah, we also got something else. Here it is. Another one that counters, so it already has my attention. Any successful parry made with fire and ice is followed by a powerful elemental counterattack infused with fire and frost. Well, don't mind. I have to upgrade it first. But I am interested. We can't swap to it yet because it's got to be, well, as I said, upgraded. But that is actually, I need to make sure that we haven't missed anything in here. I don't know why Fire and Ice did not notify me that it was in the inventory, like the worthless shoes and pants that we just picked up were, but, well, what can you do? Oh, right, we don't have any essence to upgrade with. Shame that.
No, no, proszę, de grâce. I don't want to die. Not like this. Oh, if I had known, I would have set fire to that monster factory long ago.
A monster factory?
Vaucanson's demonic forges. The Gehenna where you were smelted, just like all the murderers of your kind.
Monsieur, I have no intention of harming you. I have come to put an end to the king's actions.
If you're telling the truth, then go away. And let me live.
But first...
Monsieur...
Au nom du ciel, put down your weapons. Please, I beg you to spare these poor people.
These poor people? But the streets are empty. There is not a soul there who is still alive.
There are still those who resist. Some good people came here earlier and asked me for a drink. They swore they would liberate the Hôtel des Invalides. They looked exhausted, but utterly determined to fight to their very last breath.
Really?
What about the automats? Have you observed their movements?
A convoy, led by those machines, went by here. Countless wagons, loaded with barrels. They came from the north, most likely from the factories. I think something terrible is going to happen.
This should be the
What
last
do you
one.
fear will happen?
I don't know, but I have a terrible feeling. Laissez-moi à présent. You'll draw those creatures to us.
Right, so we did open the shortcut. We don't need to go the entire way around. I also want to check. Yeah. Really? Get up. Really? I couldn't dash in because of the horse corpse, but he can. That seems right. Really? Yep. I got lucky though. Because I was anticipating the other move, which it missed, only to catch the follow-up that he had planned. My luck is just too powerful. Really? on, big man. Ooh, got lucky there. I don't think so. Ooh, right, that thing's here too. Well, thank goodness that we have such high immobilization. I hear the other one heading up here. Hate that. Mistimed the recovery. Alright, so looking around for any grapple points, there's nothing here. So we definitely have to go around. There's nothing here. We turn right. Oh, come on. Come on, bud. Don't be a stranger now. Okay. 2, and then... out of range. There we go. Really? Come on, then. Come give yours. Everybody gets some. Now, where's my stuff? Right there. But we'll pick up these things first. Because I'm greedy. Well, it'd be a waste to head all the way back to the Vestal, so let's keep going forward. We'll upgrade fire and ice later. Okay, so there's a boss that way, or we can go this way.
The automats ravaged the church and slaughtered the faithful.
Dear Reverend Deacon, I am obliged to go to Orleans, where my sister, who has fallen ill, beckons me to her bedside. I therefore entrust you with the key to the ossuary, and ask you to preside over the funerals in my absence. Lord be with you. Hey, buddy. Got it. And now. Really? That was bad. Ooh, we actually got it twice in a row. Get away from that. Dang it. Hit twice. Okay.
It's going to give way. Right, Susan. It's too late. Jack, no.
Grade 2 stun module. Let's see. Stun. Doubles the duration of immobilization. I mean, yeah, it could be useful, I suppose. For the life of me, I can't see how, though. Well, that's not true. You could just go with a complete immobilization build. Level 3, 2, and 1 immobilization modules. And then the stun module, I'm assuming there's a level 3 for it as well. But then you can just add the level 2 that we just got, and then Bob's your uncle. But you don't... The immobilization doesn't last past a single hit, so you don't need increased duration. It lasts a pretty good while as it was. You saw just now during that fight, we ran out of stamina, so we had to wait at least until we had about half of our bar full. That way we could keep fighting rather than having to do the cooldown again. Ah, a vessel. Nice, we did need this. And now, the upgrades. Where are you? No hiding. Bronze ingot, we've got enough of that. Bismuth block. Where is... Yeah. Oh, foil and dagger is at level 4 as well. Okay, so let's see how good this is comparatively. Yeah, we just need to equip it now. $66 damage compared to... Then again, foil and dagger are specifically physical, so because of that, they don't have any of their damage split between physical and elemental like fire and ice will. it's weird because Fire and Ice has the exact same power affinity scaling. It just also happens to have affinity scaling, or alchemical scaling as well. It's weird. It shouldn't be doing less damage. It has slightly less impact as well, which is also kind of silly. Deals the same amount of impact and immobilization with the counter, but overall it does less extra damage with the counterattack. Did we end up with any extra? No. I thought maybe some extra weapons have been slipped in unnoticed, like Fire and Ice tried to be. So we need to find something to test these weapons out on. Specifically 2 enemies of the same type, such as the Duders. This almost went unnoticed. Hey there! Sort of like these guys. Come on. Come on, honey. That's right. It's safe out here. I mean, I'm here, so it's not, but... just to be safe. Have to be honest, I hardly see much of a difference between them. But again, those 2 enemies aren't exactly the same type, so we're looking at minuscule differences in resistances, health. So we need 2 of the exact same kind just to be safe. Also, don't think I don't see you. And you. Can I use that to get over? Possibly jump from here? That's where I fought and died that one time. So we never even came down this side. Interesting. I think we can make that. Oh, goodness. We did not get the full charge on that dash. We still made it. But only because we got lucky. I don't like relying on luck like that.
They're back.
What?
It's going to be all right. This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
You hold. Did you see how easily those demons entered the church?
Don't be afraid. I mean you no harm.
Oh, Senor. He can speak.
What do you want with us, Automat?
What happened in this church?
You should know. It was your kind that slaughtered these lambs. I don't think those who were able to escape stand much of a chance either.
Where are the survivors?
They're hiding in the catacombs behind the church.
There's also the gentleman that the automats took alive.
Where did they take the gentleman?
We haven't the slightest idea.
That's enough questions now. Leave us be, Vertu.
Okay, there's another place to grapple up to here. Whoops. Hold on, let's see what's over here first. Oh. Okay. So is this place just a dead end, or that can't be opened? I might be able to... No, surely I can't. I mean, it looks doable. We can get the height, but I'm willing to bet that the actual barrier, the physical hitbox of this wall, extends all the way to the top of these pillars rather than just the iron bars. With that in mind, let's head back to where we once were. It should be down these, over here. Yup. Let's see where we are first. Okay, there's another one of those. We've got two guys here in addition. And that guy's path. I guess we can get back up there if things get a little hairy. So, first things first. That's right. Come get some. Whoop. I just waited too long. That's what happened. I don't know why this guy stopped his patrol path, or pattern, all of a sudden. You're out. Whoop. Oh, there we go. We got it. Right, I did not spend all of my essence. Sort of forgotten, in fact. So this guy was patrolling in here. I mean, I can jump up on this, but to what end? lasting affliction, which increases the duration of status effects. As if you really needed me to tell you that. Where does that go? I don't recognize the area. Doesn't mean much, but... Another module key. Basically like candy now.
I'm getting closer to Les Invalides. Here, I should be able to cross the moat easily.
Yeah, sure. Two items just sitting side by side like this. Come on, bud. God dang it, I really wait too long to counter. Just in case he exploded, I wanted him dead as quickly as possible. Have we seen everything this area has to offer? There's the riders. Oh, we can actually just... do that. I thought we had to go down to the river like we did at the very beginning and take the boat somewhere else, but there is no boat now that I think about it. So... well, nevertheless...
was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware, Necker. Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
Looks like it could be an arena. Oh, yeah. Jeez. I am not about to lose 22,000 essence to this guy. Oh, frick. What is he doing? Oh, well, I hate that. Okay. We're learning. Ow. Really? Yep, that's unblockable. Are you sure? It was out of juice. There was nothing I could do about that. Oh, dear. Wow. You're a busy one, aren't you? It's almost comical. Ow. Yeah, let's use the burette. Very, very close. Must you keep chaining this stuff together? We almost ran out of stamina. And you're out of here. Does he have a new ability for me, or...
Suzanne, my dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, my wife and I fled our home to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machines. They overran the nave, wantonly mowing down the faithful. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
Oh, crap.
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we all owe you. As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger.
While the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
You know, I realized just before, no, right after I pressed the button to bring us here, that I didn't pick up the item that the boss had undoubtedly dropped. It's not going to be there when we get back. So, you know, that's a problem we have to deal with. Also, there might have been a chest with something of interest around there. There usually isn't, but on occasion there is, such as when we got the volley hammer. So we have to go back. You know we do. But that's an issue for later.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they'd established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are.
For 2 whole days, the patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around.
You are sent by heaven above, Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge.
We must speak, you and I, in private, if you please. Monsieur de Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre, a labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him. Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear. You have my full attention.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu, what have I done to deserve such a fate? Why has the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear, after everything I've done for him, my abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. Well, my life and my fortune as well. I refuse to accept any remuneration for my services in order to keep the accounts balanced. And I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres from my own private accounts, bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire d'affaires in the Palais des Tuileries. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to sully his reputation 100 times over. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste, madame. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame. Despite your incredible strength, that safe is said to be impenetrable. It was designed precisely to that effect. I personally never had access to it. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I always was.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow advisors, most likely. Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. I will look into what happened to your wife.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie, on Rue de Bourgogne.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Alright, so that's a few extra side quests to take care of. Let's see, the rules of our order forbid us from taking part in secular affairs. It is through prayer and prayer alone that we shall save the souls of those whom the Lord in his holy grace decides to call back unto him. I entrust you with the reliquary of our brotherhood and pray that you as well as those who seek shelter by your side in the refectory of our convent, will keep it safe from the destruction that could befall us. May God keep you and protect you.
Yes. The word, s'il vous plaît.
Jeez, there are notes everywhere. To the Marquis de Lafayette, my dear husband, as agreed, I received Monsieur Mercier, director of the Botanical Garden, this morning when he got off the boat and found him in a very poor state after his long voyage. However, he made a point of visiting the plantation before giving me his enlightened opinion. He deemed the soil to be excellent and recommended that nurseries be built to grow some 500 young clove trees. Harvesting ladders should be built as well as drying sheds and storerooms. Please tell me as soon as possible, my dear, if you agree to these arrangements. I long for you and hope with all my soul to see you again in this distant land that is so dear to us.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Okay, accidental interaction. But
I
here
went
we
to
go.
the meeting point you indicated. I had an unexpected encounter there.
Get to the facts. Who did you meet there?
Madame de Polignac, the Queen's favorite. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desolate place. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur. The children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. One thing is certain. Charlotte and the young Dauphin are missing. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men. They apparently attacked the wagon the children were hiding in.
How the hell did they know?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice. You were betrayed.
A plague on Orléans and his damned informants. They have taken the children.
That still remains to be seen. It seems that the Duke's men were interrupted while carrying out their task. 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was able to escape.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running. But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Okay, hopefully that'll let us access that one
Aegis.
area
A word, s'il vous plaît.
when I'm ready. God willing, this letter will reach you before the Estates General. We encourage you to rage whilst at Versailles, and not merely stick to agricultural issues. We must argue that we have no député, and that whatever the white representatives demand should not be the law for us. Stand strong and fight the contempt they have for us. We also recommend that you speak with Monsieur Necker. His charitable works exude humanity and hint that he is a man who is open to the oppressed. Neat. And one more. A political and impartial journal by Monsieur Marat. What use are wit, finesse, audacity, and tenacity if they are not employed in favor of the common good? The people shall not forget that a year ago Monsieur Necker signed a pact of organized famine. By announcing in the summer of 1788 the threat of a shortage to come, he deliberately stoked the high cost of bread. Then, using this inflation as pretext, he established a public monopoly, depriving bakers of their freedom to procure their supplies as they see fit. This, dear readers, is how our philanthropist has monopolized all the grain in the kingdom to allow his accomplices to benefit from speculation. His friends, ministers, lords, heads of the judiciary, and other clever scoundrels were involved in this plot. Together, these brigands built a profitable business on the misfortunes of the kingdom with the support of all the servants and whores of the court. My pen is free, citizens, and it will relentlessly pursue Monsieur Necker as long as he remains at the helm of the king's affairs. It will reveal his crimes until unable to escape the righteous anger of the people. I can no longer read it, and I'm not going to wait for it to come back. So, we've got our duties from Necker and Robespierre.
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
how do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations, and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier. Monsieur Bailly.
Ah, mademoiselle. I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois. These pages were written using some sort of shorthand, a variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
And Lavoisier.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
When I am ready, good sir. That's Jacques. That's not him, that's Robespierre. Yep.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
What is prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the cochineal, an insect.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison of the most dangerous sort. Though at weaker doses, it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis, is everything all right?
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
So we have to go all the way back to the Queen and report our findings on the poison. But first, I want to make sure I talk to everyone, which includes these two idiots over here.
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Minister Necker claims that you were a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the king's chambers.
What lock could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see. Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might be of use? Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Wow, but there was something else I needed to. There was another option. What? Oh, screw me.
Did you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could...
Stay around. There we go.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Oh, far from it, madame. The situation is hopeless. Even if they were armed and formed into battalions, the Patriots would not be able to fight.
Why is that?
Most of the strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They are seized by an irrational fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mentioned share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I am now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion without needing a key to wind them.
Pater noster quies in celis sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Take a look at this ledger, Monsieur Lavoisier. It contains a list of metals. I found it by the factories, near Vaucanson's workshop.
Let's see. Steel, molybdenum, very good. Tiens, donc, tungsten and zirconium. This master blacksmith knows his trade. These metals can be used to make the strongest alloy imaginable, as long as you have a fortune to invest.
For that, our clockwork tyrant knows no bounds.
Well, Monsieur Lavoisier, is there any way to break this alloy?
Break it? Certainly not. But a mineral acid could change its structure. Melt it, perhaps. I would recommend sulfuric acid, or vitriol, if you prefer to use its common name.
Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at l'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. You should ask my colleague, Monsieur Bailly. He uses similar substances in his research.
Let's see. We needed to talk to Lavoisier about the safe.
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
You don't?
I apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal? So we can ask him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien. I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
I think Monsieur Bai should.
Has anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
You'll have your turn. Eventually. For now, you get to be ignored. Lafayette. Let's talk to this guy.
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Merry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez.
Aegis, I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Ah.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith. I keep thinking about the three Nemes, these echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather, the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Oh dear. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Where is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis.
Oui, mon père.
Will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Nice.
Goodbye, mon père.
And now, you may have my attention.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santé, our most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No, I must act with both compassion and realism.
It is true that every reform must be approached with prudence. This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hôtel de Massiac alive.
Well, this has been a full day, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So, there's nothing else to talk to. Oh, no, we do need to talk to you.
How was your search at the Vaucansons' home?
I saw Mademoiselle. This letter refers to a hiding place where she often sought refuge. It's in the Jardin du Luxembourg.
I know the place. One day, Eugène and I were walking in the Luxembourg Gardens when suddenly Athénaïs jumped out from our hiding place like a wild animal. It was a startling, almost frightening sight. The spot is on the edge of the garden, hidden by vegetation between 2 statues.
And then we can ask... Yeah, I skipped a little bit of the conversation at the beginning because I wasn't aware that they were talking about something new rather than just exchanging pleasantries that would lead into me being able to begin the conversation about the armoire or the safe, as it were. That's my mistake.
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be unbreakable. Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask you for help.
But I'm an astronomer, mon enfant, not a locksmith.
I know my way around lenses, filters, racks, and tripods, but I've never given a moment's thought to how a lock works. God, Monsieur Dembirabo was joking with you, that's all. Où est-il, ce brave homme, so that we might ask him?
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me? Do you mean he left the convent? That's madness. What was so important that he would put himself in such danger?
Intriguing indeed.
Getting to the safe and whatever's in it. Anyway, pretty sure we're done here. We've spoken to everyone. Some of them multiple times.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Miss.
Talking to him should have opened up the area that we need to access in order to get to the squad that we couldn't reach before. Hopefully, at least. First, obtain the vitriol. Oh, right.
Have you located Adonais' hiding place?
No, not yet.
Look.
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
We need the vitriol in order to melt, I guess, the Vestals, which are apparently driving normal people insane. Which is an interesting idea if I'm correct in what I've understood about the situation. Maybe they don't need to destroy the Vestals entirely, but just the lamps. Report the findings to the Queen, so the horseless carriage should be here then. We'll have to... Should we go to the Queen first or deal with everything else first? Her Majesty the Queen, I am enclosing a transcript of Dr. Lemonier's autopsy report. Oh, I guess this goes to the Queen. Madame, I am enclosing a transcript of Dr. Lemonier's autopsy report. It will enlighten you as to the circumstances of your eldest son's death, as well as the culpability of your husband. And let's see, we've got plenty of essence to burn. A little bit of engineering. Bob's your uncle. Everything appears to be set. Let's check. Could pick up more capsules so we could do more stuff with those. Grade 3 destruction. Significantly increases physical damage. Sure, why not? Rapid cooling. Taking that right now. And we'll take the destruction module as well. then significantly increases the time window for achieving rapid cooling. Whoops! I made an assumption, and that's my fault. It's not the same as efficient ventilation. No. Frankly, we don't. Actually, having it has been a godsend, especially in prolonged fights against enemies with significant amounts of health, like the taller robots, the heavier ones, and bosses. Even the mini bosses, like the unstable one that we beat just a while back. So having it is much more worth it than not. Another key, or chalcum ingot, or calcium, whatever. I wanted to check. Very to endurance. Nothing for avarice, though. Maybe we can only find upgrades to the avarice module. Ah, well. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves, and frankly, this loaded video. We had a lot of interactions towards the end here, but we've gotten it all out of the way in this video. So next time, Friday specifically, all we have to do is everything else. There should be a lot less talking and a lot more killing. Of course, the video was balanced as it is, and that all of the talking came at the end, and all of the action was, from the beginning up until that point. We really do need to go back to where we fought the boss, though. At the very least, so I can confirm that whatever it had dropped has been lost. Which sucks, but really, what can you do? Nevertheless, that's going to do it for us. As I said, the next video will be on Friday. So you have that to look forward to. And so with all that said, we will see you next time.
You see